Kind of an important unboxing day. I've had a few things that I really needed that just got here. There are going to be things that show up for the next couple of weeks, but let me show you what I got today. First, this one, not terribly important, won't get installed until this weekend. We got some badges here, got some 4x4s, got some big 2500 HDs. We're going all black and red, will work good with the YouTube channel. Item number one. This was supposed to come with the top. They didn't send me the hose. There's the hose. One thing that's really important to me, a lot of gas cans these days, they have some kind of weird little spigot that like supposedly keeps the gas from spilling out, yet it leaks everywhere when you use it. So I wanted to get a race fuel gas can that didn't have any weird little joints, no places for it to spill. It just works. Next item is gonna make it a lot easier to live in that space than it currently is. Hey, look, it's Amazon. Got a box in a box. I bet there's another box in that box. All right, a couple pieces to this puzzle. Man, these bugs today. We got a nice actual wood table here. Be careful what I cut with that knife. I got 4 of these cup holders here. This is an adjustable height pedestal, so that table, I didn't have to have the measurement perfect because I've got an actual adjustment here. This is the mounting to mount it into the ground and into the table. So I'm actually gonna go head to the store, get some groceries, get some bedding. Oh wait, we've got one more thing. Right now, I don't have a mattress, so I've been sleeping on that little couch, which not quite big enough for me. So I'm a little worried. This is supposed to be a short queen. I don't know how they packaged it in here yet. I hope we don't have to return it. This is actually my first time climbing up here. I've had this camper for about a week or so, getting dialed in. Might not be anywhere good to put this camera right now. I'm probably just gonna do this and then check back. We got everything dealt with. Got the bed back in place here. And it's real disheveled and disorganized in here. Been using this little table right here, but we're putting in a big one now. Had some items stored over there. Yeah, that's mostly just laptop and bedding down here, honestly. But it's all out of place right now, but it won't be shortly. Part of the fun of moving in. Well, Amazon just dropped off my storage, so today's mission is to get these 2 large 110-pound boxes installed on both sides of the flatbed here. I've got a loading ramp, which should help me out. This is 33 inches up. Flatbed is 39 inches. And these are 60 by 18 by 18, but this is right here, this is about 20 inches. So I'm going to pull one of these out, get some measurements, go to the tool store, get some nuts, bolts, washers, and some spacers, because what we want is for the storage boxes to actually sit as close to this as possible. That way, you know, extra stability as we're going off-road. This thing's going to be rocking around. It's not supposed to be just rock solid down to the bed, so I've got some special what's called turnbuckles that have little springs in them to allow this to move a little bit, but I think it would be wise to have some extra stability. Plus, all that extra storage is so terribly valuable. We're going to be able to bring these stilts that go on the corners, bring those along with us without having this gigantic footprint of campers sticking way out to the sides. So overall, it's coming together. Gonna have to drill some holes in those boxes and the bed. You know, like everything I do, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out along the way. Of course, this one comes with a dent in it. I don't feel like exchanging it. Well, if the hinge will work, holy cow. Well, opens and closes. That sucks. Hopefully this one's not beat up. Just barely over 18 inches. We just measured up the box. I've measured up where it's gonna go. We've got about 4.5 inches of space, just a little more. We're gonna give it a little room to wiggle with, and we're gonna head to the store, get some gear, and work on the install. got dark last night. The bugs were just eating me alive. So worked on it a little bit today. Drilled the holes in the wood spacers. I've got it up now. Bolts are in there, but it hasn't been tightened down. So we're going to finish installing this side and then head to the other side. Sadly, there is a dent on the front of the brand new box I'll be putting on my almost new truck. I don't have the time to deal with the return process. I can't even imagine what that would take with these 120-pound huge boxes. How do you even get it to the returns? The packaging gets destroyed on it being opened. It's kind of a bummer, but we're going to install a dented box today too. I didn't love the way the wood blocks looked underneath the box on the other side, so I at least painted these black. Hopefully they'll hide just a little bit better, and this is just a temporary solution anyways, just something to get on the road. So the holes are all drilled out in the box on the bed. These are ready to install. Next, we're going to tie this thing down properly. I think this side has a spring in it, this side doesn't. This is for the front. I've lost the instructions on these things. I'm just going to do what I can to figure out how they work tonight. We'll watch some tutorials and get them really dialed in tomorrow. We've got all of the bare minimum in place to hit the road, to be self-reliant. I would be on the road to my new land out in Colorado, but there are just too many things happening with my business at the moment, things that we've been working on for years that are falling into place right now. So I've got to stick around, but I am going to get on the road soon. So let me show you just a little bit what we've actually got going on here. So start out and break it. Well, we're in the shade there, but it's still bringing in way more power than I'm using right now for the refrigerator and the few things that are on in there. So we've got under 20 feet of total length here with four-wheel drive and a 6.6 liter gas motor. This is probably one of the best parts. Not one of the best parts, but it's a good part. So we got a generator now. So we got solar, really big 400 watt solar panels and a big battery. Then we got the generator there. The generator can actually charge the solar battery really fast if we need. We've got air conditioning inside. I'll show you that. That's kind of a funky little setup, so I'll show you that in a minute. 2022 had 86,000 miles on it with the tax write-off and everything. It'll end up costing me like $25,000 new, or almost new, no crashes, clean Carfax. You know, if you do this stuff smart, I mean, you could spend $100,000 on that same truck and then not get a tax write-off. But if you do things wise, make things work pretty well. So let's go inside. Oh, you know what? I can't not even talk about, man, these storage. These things were a pain in the butt to install, but I made it happen. So each side has 1, 2, 3 big storage setups. Now this is pretty kind of ugly. Look, we got some black boards down there with bolts through them, and I've got some tie downs around the boards. Like I said, this is bare minimum. This is just the beginning. This is make sure I have everything working, solid, functional, ready for the road. And then we're gonna update, upgrade, and keep building things out and making it better and better. Some things I have in mind. Some of them we're gonna figure out as time passes. But let's go inside for a minute.
We about to make it rain on them, change the whole game on them. Pull up with the gang on them, feeling like the man with the plan. Got no time to explain. I just do my.
I put in that table. Bought the new mattress. Yeah, we're gonna probably change that pink curtain out there. Turn that black. Maybe do all the curtains in black. Some avocados over here ripening up. I actually had this thing set up to where I could run my solar battery power through the doggy door here, but now it's blocked by my storage, which I mounted just a little bit too close to the camper, so we're probably gonna drill some new holes. That's not a real easy process, so I'm gonna save that. I can go off-road, I can live off-grid. I've got more than enough storage to have anything I need. I've got my come along, I've got my shovel, I've got multiple different ways to generate electricity, solar, gasoline. We've got jumper boxes, we've got tools out the wazoo. I'm not saying that there aren't things that we don't have that we might need, a winch being one of those, you know, in the later phases of development. But my initial desire with this right now is not to be super hardcore off-road. It's just to have the four-wheel drive, to be able to go on mild, slightly moderate, mostly mild off-road stuff where I can camp primitively without rules and neighbors and everything else. And it'll get me up to my land, whether it's the summer or the winter. So this camper came without an air conditioner, but I wanted to make sure, you know, I'm planning on going to the desert this winter. I want to be able to get myself cool when I need it. So I'll get a, here we go. I'll get a regular air conditioner too, you know, install it, but that costs a lot. This was $55 on Facebook Marketplace. It's one of these floor units. I've got a sleeping bag back there holding it in place, and then I've got a bunch of ducting back there that will go out here. So this thing gets pulled out, or I mean, I can leave it in there if I just need a little bit of AC. And it really clutters up my nice little space using that air conditioner. So I don't really like doing it. I try not to, but it's, you know, if you're gonna do this full time, if this is the place you're gonna live, you've got to be able to control your climate, especially when you're in a place like Kansas at the end of summer. I'm gonna pull out my laptop and get to work, start putting some of these videos together for you. I owe you so much. I've got so many Florida videos. I've got build out videos. I've got my second channel, a bunch of self-development videos. So come on over and see me at Comebacks if you want to hear a little bit of, you know, the lessons I've learned, quitting drinking. It's been over 2 years now, getting in shape. It's been about 4 years since I stepped into the gym, and really creating the self-belief to set my vision on a goal like this, and understand that if I just keep dealing with discomfort, if I keep pushing through towards the thing that I dream and visualize, I'm gonna create the result I want. And, you know, fitness got me sober. Sobriety and fitness together gave me self-belief. And it's snowballing. It's hard, it's uncomfortable. I'm not there, I haven't made it, but I know I'm going to. The world's getting weird and crazy, and what a better time to create your own path in life than right now, when everything that we know is essentially ending right now. You know, something like this, being self-reliant. Whether I was doing it as an offense, the thing that I wanted to do, which it is, or a defense where it's something like I feel like I need to be ready because I might have to do this. Both ways, it's the exact same path. That's what I want to do, and it's what I maybe have to do. So, you know, combine the things you want in life, combine the crazy things that are happening, try to figure out, okay, well, this is my dream, this is my vision, this is my goal, here's where things are changing, how does this all meet up? The things that you want and the things you might need might be in total alignment, but you got to go to the drawing board, you got to put in the time, visualizing, dreaming, and being willing to dedicate yourself to sacrifice, to be uncomfortable for extended periods of time without seeing the results you want. This is almost a decade building to this point. You know, I didn't have a clear vision. I ended up in a $500 van by accident, and, you know, a couple years of vehicle living in beautiful, amazing places, mountaintops, national forests, oceans, ocean sides, beaches, sand dunes. Now it's the avenue that's going to allow me to own a home, to build a home, to own land, at a time when nobody's able to, in a place where I want to be, instead of just selling my soul to the bank for 30 years or more just so I can be in a place that I don't truly want to be. Ugh. Right, anyway, I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna edit some videos. It feels so good to get to this point, but I think there's just something little that's missing. Well, that's weird. This one has some threads in there, and basically this won't stick to anything. So let's head to the next badges. I'm gonna be out in the street for the other side, so I'm just gonna do that and then I'll come back to the camera. That was a lot easier that time. Made some duct tape backing. Man, it's getting windy. Woo! So check this out. It is Saturday. I'm standing in the middle of the street, in the middle of downtown. $2 for 2 hours of parking.